Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my dark knights. How you guys doing? This is the Bat Brand, and we are back with another tier ranking system, but this time we're doing one based off of a series we're doing live on the channel right now, and a big game that's coming out here in a couple of months, and one Borderlands, the series, and we don't know many things about the characters. This has all of the characters from 1 to 3 that were shown so far. The pre-sequel and Tales of the Borderlands. So, I don't know much of the characters from Tales of the Borderlands. I do know some. I don't know a lot of them, so bear with me. A lot of the characters from Tales of the Borderlands I probably won't rank too high. Some of them I may. Maybe be surprised who I rank high. But we have S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. That's a lot of categories. But this is strictly off of how I feel about them in the series. Not just the series, but their gameplay, how to play with them, differences like that, stuff that I've seen from them in the trailers, and character development as well. That is a very big deal. Normally, the main characters, they don't give a lot of character development because you play as them. But in Borderlands 2, which I hope that they do in Borderlands 3, Borderlands 2, you did have some dialogue that your main character did speak quite often here and there. But Borderlands 1, your main character really didn't speak that much. So let's jump right into this. And I think the first one we're starting out with is, I think her name's Alora or Amora. She's a siren, I believe, but I do like her abilities. We'll put her there. Just so for me. Then we got the Angel. Oh, Angel. AKA the daughter of Handsome Jack. You have to kill her, and you do end up killing her, and that sends Jack over the edge. Granted, Jack had an appropriate reason to. You killed his daughter. I mean, if I would have did that, I probably would have too, but she was asking for it because, she loved her dad, but at the same time, her dad was using her for personal gain, and that was her trying to save everybody. I did love her hair and everything like that. I did like her design. Just because she's the Angel and she's so iconic to the series, I'll put her up there. And that character development arc at the end, when you find out she is Handsome Jack's daughter, like you can't even. Oh, by the way, I got a poster when I got Borderlands the 4K remaster. I got this poster with it. So I thought I'd put it up right next to Nidoking. Next we got Athena. I don't know what to think of Athena. I'll put her in B rank. I really didn't care much for her, but her gladiator moves and stuff like that, a lot of people say in the pre-sequel she's really, really good. So maybe I just need to pick her up and try her sometime. But I don't know. Next we got, what's the soldier's guy name? I don't remember this guy's name. But I'm just going to put him in C because, to be honest, he's just a Roland color swap. That's all he is. Like in the previous game, we had Roland, okay? And he does the same thing almost Roland does. Sends out a turret. I mean, granted, that was kind of lazy on their part for them to do, but then we got Lilith. I think this is Lilith. Just because of how iconic she is, I can put her up in the S rank. I can definitely do that. And she supposedly loses her powers in Borderlands 3. I'd love to figure out why and how. I would like to know that, to be completely honest, because I'm very curious as to how she lost it. But next we got Ellie. I thought Ellie was hilarious. It's Scooter's sister. I thought she was hilarious. Just going off of hilarity alone, I'll put her in B. She was funny. Then I have the second siren. I don't remember her name. But the sirens I really didn't care much for. The second one, I'm hoping in the second one we do get more character development for her. Because we're supposed to... From the trailers, it shows her. It shows her off with another siren in training. So that tells me that she's gonna be more prominent. And I think all of the Vault Hunters from previous games are gonna be in this game. Next we got Bloodwing. Rest in peace, Bloodwing. I do love Bloodwing, but the fact that we had to fight Bloodwing, I'm putting him there. Like, that hurt. That one hurt. Then we got Mordecai. Mordecai, just so for me. Especially when you got a better sniper class in 2. But I did love Mordecai's character. And he's just like all of us. He drinks beer all the time. He tries to forget different stuff, and he uses a sniper rifle, and he's really good at it too. Next we got Brick. Brick. I've been using him lately in my Borderlands playthrough, and he is really, really good. I am going to put him up here. He's just basically a big old tank. And in Borderlands 2, he's absolutely hilarious. All the lines he has in Borderlands 2 are hilarious. And I can't wait to see what they do in Borderlands 3. I really can't. So, next we got Butt Stallion. We're putting Butt Stallion on the S rank for sure. Butt Stallion. Butt Stallion, come here, girl. Butt Stallion. Butt Stallion says hello. Down, easy, Butt Stallion. Easy, Butt Stallion. I love it. I love that they put him in the in the DLC, and you can fight Butt Stallion. Like, I thought that was so good. I made a horse out of actual diamonds, and just because the joke and the meme and everything that comes along with it, yeah, Butt Stallion is deserving of an S rank. Then we got Claptrap. Not good enough for S rank, but I'll put him in A, high A, just because of how hilarious he is. I absolutely love every scene that Claptrap's in. And to me, he's very deserving of where he is located. Then we got a lot of characters from the Borderlands. I think this girl is the main antagonist of the first Borderlands game from the Atlas Corporation, I think. She really wasn't that memorable of a character because she pops up and then poof. Like, you see her for like a couple scenes at the end, and then that's it. You know, you don't see her after that. So, like, I don't know. I really didn't care much for, it would have been cooler if they made him more of a prominent thing in the game, you know. Next, we got this guy from Tales of the Borderlands. Don't know much about him, so I'll just put him there. Don't know much about you. Frankly, I don't know anything about you two. Dr. Zed. Or Dr. Ned. But we'll go as Dr. Zed counterpart. Listen, he's just off of hilarity alone in the scenes he's in, and I really did like how he's literally just Dr. Zed. When he's Dr. Ned, he's just literally Dr. Zed with a mustache attached to his head, or his lips. So that's good enough for B rank, I think. Then Flak. Listen, this is one of the new Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3. He is definitely my favorite out of the four. I will definitely use him, and he will definitely be my main going forward. I will put him in and he looks freaking amazing. And just off of gameplay alone, I love Beastmasters in RPGs, and the fact that you can throw out stuff and summon it, love that. And Flak, I think, is going to be probably the best Vault Hunter out of all four. I really do feel that way. The Sirens are always good as well, so you really can't go wrong with them. Then we got, what's the girl's name? Alora? I think her name's Alora. I'm not sure, but I know she has ice powers. I'm hoping to get to know her more in Borderlands 3. The pre-sequel, I never used her, but I think she's good enough for a B ranking. Then we got the Mechromancer. Oh, the Mechromancer. I think her name is Gage or Cage or I don't remember. I remember her name was something to do with something. I don't remember. But I loved her as a character. The fact, as a DLC character, especially the fact her abilities are amazing. And I'm really hoping in Borderlands 3 they show her off. I know, I mean, the Ice Girl from pre-sequel, she's going to be in the third game. So if she's going to be in it, you got to put the Mechromancer. Then you got the Gunzerker. He had a Latino name. I don't remember his name. But just going off of what, like, I played with him before. I've played with him. I know what he's capable of doing. And his ability is definitely deserving of S rank. Because when you can throw out two big humongous machine guns, or like two of the guns that you have, and just throw them out and just start shooting everybody, love that ability, because you can just rain bullets, and I think you get unlimited bullets when you do that. I think, yeah, when you do his ability. Then we got Handsome Jack. He's going right up to the top, baby. It's Handsome Jack, the greatest villain in the Borderlands series, and in my mind, no one will ever come close. These Children of the Vault, I'm sorry, you will never come close to the hilarity, the character that is Handsome Jack, and the greatness that is Damien Clark. First of all, let me just go through the reasons why he's definitely on the top of this list. 1, he's voiced by Damien Clark, voice of Cell. Perfection! Then you have, he's hilarious. In every scene he's in, he's always got a one-liner or something like that. And there's a lot of character development for him late in Borderlands 2. And even in the pre-sequel, you find out a lot of stuff about him and why he is the way he is, and how he got that scar in his face with the vault and everything like that. And you even got to play as him, which is the next character we're going to throw up. I think he did call his guy Timothy. I don't know why. It's Doppelganger, one of his clones, I believe. He is definitely high on this list. I remember, I played with him in the pre-sequel, and probably my favorite out of all of them, next to Wilhelm, just because, Wilhelm can do so many different things with his abilities, and the more you upgrade him, the more the technological he becomes, and I like that. And speaking of, I think this is actually Wilhelm right here. Yeah, that is Wilhelm, actually. We'll put Wilhelm up there just because if we're going off of not just I'm not just going off of him in Borderlands 2. I'm going off of him in the pre-sequel, because in the pre-sequel, he was really good as well. And speaking of, the pre-sequel is where they really did a lot of dialogue between characters and your character actually talked back to the person that was talking to you, which was really cool, and I love that. Then this is the lesbian girl, I think she was anyway, from the pre-sequel. She was hilarious. I did love her in several of the scenes she was in, for sure. Next, we have Krieg. Krieg, I've never used Krieg in Borderlands 2, but I'd really like to, sometime in the future. I don't know if I ever will. Krieg is awesome. I remember seeing the trailer for him, and he's just like, talk normal. I will wear your head as a meat bicycle. Okay. Then we got Marcus Kincaid. Marcus, he's the guy that you get off the bus with. I mean, he's good enough. I'll put him up there for sure. Then we got Moxie, the Bae in this game. Listen, Moxie's high A, for sure. Moxie is hot as hell, first of all. And to top it all off, she's got a little wild side. And we found that out in, I think, the pre-sequel. We heard a little bit about it with Borderlands 2, where she has some history with Ellie and the Hodunks and everything like that. But then we find out that, and she's the ex-girlfriend of one handsome Jack as well. But then we find out that she is quite still got some of that speaking in her, because she is a completely different person. We found out in the Borderlands pre-sequel, which I loved. I thought it was hilarious. And you'll find out a lot of these characters are ranked higher. They have some of the most funniest lines in the game, or their jokes. Next we got, this is the girl for Borderlands 3 they showed off with the mech. I'm thinking about using her as well, and I really do think it's cool that you can ride on the machine. You can jump in the machine if she's not using it. I think, anyway. No, you can just jump on it and attack people with it. Then we got the Gunslinger from the Borderlands, who is actually a boss in Borderlands 2. In a side mission, she's known as the Sheriff. And I really did like her character. I remember playing with her for a little bit. Really didn't get to play all with her. But I did enjoy playing with her. So we can put her in B rank, I would say. She was alright. Then we got Nurse Nina. Really didn't care much for Nurse Nina, to be completely honest. Could have cared less for her. Another girl from the Tales of the Borderlands, don't know her. Sir Hammerlock. Sir Hammerlock. I remember when you had to do a mission to investigate Bullymongs and rename them. My favorite part in the game, where he called them, let's call them Bonafartes. Yeah, the Bonafartes now. They're good. He's good enough for there. For sure. I love, and when you first encounter him with Cloudtrap, every time he speaks, my brain cells commit suicide. Who is this? This is Janet something. I did like how she was in the beginning of the game, and she's the one that gives you the vault key and everything, and that's pretty much all she does for me, Then we got Scooter. Scooter's good enough for B rank. I love Scooter. His one-liners, his different stuff where he talks about it talks about screwing his cousins and his sisters and all that. Such a stereotype of people in the South, different stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Next we got Roland. Rest in peace. He was my first character ever playing through Borderlands. And I really didn't understand much about him. I just played with him, and it was fun to play with him. The playthrough was amazing, because I loved throwing out that Scorpio turret and protecting myself. But then, you got to know him more in the Borderlands 2, and then he died. And that connected me to him even more, because once you get me feeling for a character, and then you freaking kill him, forget it, man. I'm going to feel that for a long time. Then we got hologram Handsome Jack. As you guys can see, I have Handsome Jack in the whole thing here. I got them all in S rank. But they're very deserving. It's Handsome Jack. Next we got this robot from Tales of the Borderlands. Could care less. Tales of the Borderlands was whatever. Then we got Tiny Tina! Burn all the babies! She's S rank. For sure! Just because of her jokes, her hilarity, the Tiny Tina's Dragon Keep DLC was the best DLC I've ever played, ever. And I love Tiny Tina. She's just so hilarious, and I want to see her in Borderlands 3. She is all grown up now, and it's going to be weird to see her, but I want to see if she's still her usual self, and we will see. Next, we got Mr. Torgue from the Torgue Corporation. Yes, he's an S rank. If you guys don't know, he's voiced by the guy who does the voice for Hercule from Dragon Ball Z, and I loved him. Actually, no, that's not Wilhelm. This is Wilhelm. Yeah, this is Wilhelm. So, what is this? Huh. We'll just put that there. Well, there's Wilhelm. But yeah, the Torgue, Mr. Torgue, is an amazing character. And I remember playing this DLC, and first experiencing him in the trailer for it. He goes, if you don't buy Torgue guns, so you can go yourself. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be a great DLC, and it was. Next, we got the villains of Borderlands 3. I don't remember their names, but they're the leaders of the Children of the Cult. I really do like their design. They're good enough for A rank, I do think. For sure. Then we got Captain Scarlet. She was very unrememberable for me, to be honest. I really didn't care much for her. Yeah, I really didn't care much for her. But she had her moments. In between episodes, not episodes, but with different stuff like that in the Borderlands. Next, we got a character from the Tales of the Borderlands again. I don't know any of the characters from Tales of the Borderlands. This girl, I really don't know that much, but I will put her in D rank just because of what she looks like. Then this guy, I don't remember his name, but I know he's one of the 4 new Vault Hunters. He was my least favorite out of all the 3. Once we looked at them all, he was my least favorite, actually. I mean, granted, maybe he's actually really, really good, but to me, he wasn't that great. And then, my second favorite character in all the Borderlands, Zero. He's a freaking sniping ninja. He's a ninja. He's so cool. His ability is one of the best, if not the best, in all of the Borderlands series. And on top of all else, He is an amazing character. Character development wise, I really want to see what they do in Borderlands 3 because he is going to be a factor. We're going to see him quite a bit. All the Vault Hunters we're going to see again, and I can't wait for Borderlands 3. Well, guys, this has been the tier ranking list. If you guys did enjoy it, type down in the comments down below what your S rankings are. Who are your top 3 favorite Borderlands characters, and why? And also, who are, like, and if you have different ones, let me know. And leave a like if you guys did enjoy this. And I'm probably going to do, go back to Pokemon ones going forward here in the future. And then, after I do a Pokemon one, we may swap back to do a different one afterwards. But I think I'm going to rank all the Gen 2 Mons next. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome, my dark.